Viz over here trying to make me think I missed the time when a brand new One Punch Man chapter was supposed to be dropping, but no, I just had to wait an extra minute. So, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here. Boy, has it been a while since you guys have seen me read One Punch Man since October 23rd, huh? It's been a hot minute. It's been a while. I thought that we were going to be getting a chapter at least maybe in November. I know, because it seems like it's going back to like the monthly format, but, you know, us skipping a whole month has me just kind of wondering. And I've been checking periodically to see if we would get a One Punch Man chapter. So, luckily, on my break day, supposedly break day, because Wednesdays is when I take days off, because I tend to do streaming and videos literally every day. So it was suggested that I, take breaks as well, so you can, so I can rest mentally. But that is on hold because of One Punch Man. But I thought we were gonna get like a chapter maybe last month, maybe just one. But we got nothing in November, so this is kind of a shock to me to get the one in December after a whole month of silence. But last we left out on in One Punch Man, we got introduced to more people. Let me go back and let's see. Let's see. Death Boxing, Masureo, and we have Coco. Mechanical Fighter Coco. Two individuals that are part of Neo Heroes, but are not exactly in the high echelon as well. And because they failed the squad leader exams, and they're kind of upset about it. And Coco, the mechanical fighter, pretty much surmises that Webby... Ah, great, I forgot her name. Webby Diver? What is her name? I forgot her name. I literally forgot this girl's name. But the Raiden, the big sumo, tried to go into a contest of strength with Super Alloy Black Luster. And, Black Luster, he's lost the drive. And then Raiden relents. Then Masureo and Coco enter, and they find out that, hey, we kind of didn't make it into the team, so how come we're not included in this? And Coco sees that, your girl Webby, 71% of her body is pretty much modified, which supposedly a few Sawbergs in Hero Association surpass 60%, but this girl does too. That's insane. My arms, legs, eye, and other modifications only amount to 30%. Modification over 60% is dangerous and rarely successful, but she has it over 71%. So that's something curious about Webby. Webby, what's her name? I'm sorry if I forget what her name is, actually. Webby Gather! Thank you. Because Webby Gather. Thank you, Ogata. But while that's going on, Masureo is boasting about how fast he is and how strong he is. And Masureo tries to nonchalantly hit Black Luster in his stomach, saying like, oops, my hand slipped, and winds up pretty much breaking his wrist to the point where the bone is sticking out of it. And he's upset about that. Suryu comes in and says like, you should stop. You picked the wrong fight. Just go home. And both Coco and Masureo try to hit Suryu, but he just easily blocks all of their punches, and that's the last that we saw of One Punch Man for an entire month. So now, today, we have Chapter 204, Punch 204 Special. And for this cover, we have these two individuals. This woman in a business suit, low-cut shirt, and a dude who looks like he has bags under his eyes and a checkered tie in a suit as well. Huh, interesting. But, and these same people on the cover, they just walk in. They just walk in with everyone here. Let's not have any quarrels between Neo Heroes. You aren't Neo leaders, so you must leave. come with us. And they just start speaking with everyone, and they start, and they're taking Masureo and Coco away. And now we're suddenly in the underground basement of the X-Men. We go from this regal, fancy, highly ornate, and highly detailed area of the Neo Heroes facility, and now we're suddenly in the pristine, clean Umbrella Corporation looking area of the Neo Heroes now. Come with us.
Get your hands off of me, you pig! I got a busted wrist! Come on, look alive, man! We came to bash heads and become leaders! Are you a coward, you cyber freak?
Hey, what's wrong? And Masureo stops screaming because he realizes that Coco is sweating bullets. Coco is sweating bullets. And then Coco is thinking, body modification rate, 94%, 95. Whoa! Okay. Oh! Coco's sweating. I thought Coco is sweating because these two individuals have the highest percentage of body modifications that Coco has seen. Webby Gather concerned him because Webby had 71% done to her body, which is, incredibly difficult and rarely successful. Now we get these two individuals in business suits, the woman and the man. The woman who has like hair that's kind of reminiscent of like spider legs, including like a little pins in her hair on the side, like hairpins on the side. The guy is 94% modified, and the woman is 95. Coco is sweating bullets because he knows not to mess with Webby Gather, and she just has 71%. But he's sweating bullets because these individuals are almost 100% modified in their entire body. Body modification rate, 94%, 95%. We'll escort you to the recuperation room. And the woman is just steadily has a smile. And Coco just goes, it would be best if we don't cross these two. And while they're walking away, Masureo's all like, huh? But Coco is just like, he's trying to keep his composure, but this dude is terrified. Then we cut back to the room where everyone is, and Webby Gather drops to the ground all of a sudden.
Oops. Webby Gather. What happened? McCoy, send medics!
Because, Child Emperor is checking on her. I know he goes by another name now, but that's the one that sticks in my head the most, and the one I remember because I forgot his name after he left the Heroes Association.
Thank you, but I'm fine. I just have a slight headache. My body modification surgery connected my brain directly to the main server here, and recently it feels like someone's been sticking a hand in and feeling around.
She's connected to the Neo Hero server? Oh, she's saying that directly. I thought she was thinking this. She's saying this out loud.
My bodily modification surgery connected my brain directly to the main server here, and recently it feels like someone's been sticking a hand in and feeling around.
And, since Child Emperor is one of those people who has been trying to get information, he goes, huh? And then Webby Gather, in one of the most detailed up-close face shots I've seen in a while, she just stares at him with like a slight smile, but not like a human smile, like a eerie robotic smile. Her eyes just fixed on him. Like, to see her face, this is incredibly detailed. Like the strands of hair, the shading, the light shading that has like the faded edges under the eyes. The just how her face is drawn in this panel is like, I know what you're doing. She just looks at him. But then all of a sudden, Suryu picks her up and goes, that won't do. You need emergency care! And mind you, her clothes are still burning hot, but he's ignoring it. You feel hot. A high fever, perhaps?
No, totally
don't worry, I'll save you. And Suryu just runs.
Phew, that was close.
And this is, Emperor saying this because he almost got found out. Hey, where's the infirmary? At least he means well. And that's Metal Bat. And then Webby Gather just bonks him on the head.
This is my normal temperature.
Huh? No way. She certainly seems fine. Huh. What an odd group. And mind you, these are the other people. These are the other people who are in the room as well. The dude who's Infershnave. I can't believe I remember his name. Infershnave. And the other guy. This is Metalbat. He's a super strong brawler pacifist. Yo. He chose Neo over the association so he can be a hero who makes his sister proud.
In other words, he's an idiot.
It's the dude that has a gang that's part of Neo Heroes. He goes,
This is Metal Bat. He's a super strong brawler pacifist.
yo,
He chose Neo over the association so he can be a hero who makes his sister proud. In other words, he's an idiot.
and Metal Bat, seeing that he's trying to upset him, goes like,
You aren't wrong.
but it's better to be a bit dense than too sensitive in this line of work. So I'll take that as a compliment. And Metal Bat just walks over to the gang guy whose name escapes me. I forgot all their names. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I forgot every single one of their names, except for Infershnave. I didn't even have to look that up. Why do I remember that name out of everyone else? But he walks up close to him and goes, I think you and I are alike. And Metal Bat just stares at the dude, and the dude just looking back with both his fronts just bow, drop your whole mouth. Just two of his fronts just missing, and he looks kind of intimidated that Metal Bat just walked straight up to him and is not intimidated. Then we get back to McCoy. Ahem. Last is the boy seated over there. Neo Heroes raised its flag because of him. He'll be a symbol of the new age of heroes. This is our top leader. And then second guard thinking to himself, the top. Please introduce yourself. I'm Blue. And it's just a dude with tennis shoes, some sweatpants, or parachute pants, high water parachute pants, and a big old rain jacket. And he's got a glove on. I'm Blue. Neo Heroes started for the purpose of showing the world true heroes. But that isn't easy. We cannot return the world to peace and justice without giving our utmost. So let's all work together and do this. And then we have another individual who's here as well. A 10-year-old major player, and now a 16-year-old at the top. Unbelievable. Well, he's special, right? Special? And this is second guard thinking like, special? Blue is Blast's son. I'm out. I am out. The number one hero in Neo Heroes is the son of the number one hero in the Heroes Association? This is Blast's son! What did he say? What? Blue is Blast's son. And then we see his fist swing around. I think we see his fist swing around. We see someone's fist swing around. And then we get someone holding a sword. Oh! Oh, it's Blast! As we get back to the fight between Blast and Empty Void, and the chapter ends with Blast hitting Empty Void in the face again! Ain't no way you just gonna bring us a chapter over a month of silence. Give us Blue, the son of Blast, and then end the chapter with Blast continuing to hit Empty Void in the face. The last time we saw Blast, he punched Empty Void in the face, going all like, hey, Empty Void, it's been a while, and then punched him in the face. And then we've cut away from that. Now we're back. And we end this chapter with him doing the same thing again, just punching him in the face. Okay. All right. And that's the end of the chapter. God knows how long it's going to be before we get another one. So, I have no idea. Going from the start of this, I have no idea who these two people for Neo Heroes are. The woman with the spiky hair pulled up, and the guy that's with her. Where they're and mind you, they after the whole altercation with Masureo, and they still illustrate the fact that this dude's wrist is still broken and sticking through. Because if you pay attention to the first page here on page 2 and 3. I'm reading this from Viz. If you pay attention to the very first page here, when they walk in, you can kind of make out like a small bump on his arm that's kind of sticking out to facilitate that his wrist bone is still sticking through his skin. So that's a little detail that I actually like a little. They walk in, and they just say, let's not have any quarrels between Neo Heroes. You aren't Neo leaders, so you must leave. And they get led into this pristine and clear facility away from everyone else. Coco's remaining silent because the moment he saw them, he saw that the guy is 94% modified and the woman is 95% modified. Which means that Webby Gather is no longer the person is no longer one of the people that I fear the most out of the Neo Heroes. Especially not now, given who the top leader of the Neo Heroes is now. So we can add at least 3 more people to who to be careful of. So yeah. And here we thought that 71% of having your body modified was a big thing. Now we got 2 people walking in. Literally, the chapter after being told 71% is extremely high, difficult to achieve, and rarely successful. The very next chapter we get people who surpass Webby Gather almost to 100% peak. How? How you just going... Sorry, hit my desk. How you just gonna show us and tell us, oh, I only have like a certain amount of my body modified, but 71% is insane. And the moment these people walk in and they're being escorted, Coco shuts up. He doesn't protest. He doesn't do anything against them because, Webby Gather, that is shocking to him. Something that he doesn't want to mess with. But these individuals, they surpass Webby Gather. They surpass her. So while Masureo is screaming his head off, Coco is all like, these people are incredibly modified. It'd be best if we keep our mouth shut if we want to live. How you just going to introduce... I love how this story does things. I love it. I love it how this story does things. Oh, we introduced this new power right here. And then for a full month, we just ruminate on like, okay, Webby Gather is the one to be fearful of. Webby Gather is the one to be intimidated by. Webby Gather, look at Webby Gather. All those modifications, I wonder if she is a new rival for a My Mask. And then you get these individuals who surpass her in full body modification to almost the peak. One is 6% away. The other is literally just 5% away. And now I'm like, okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. So that's going on, and they get escorted away to the recuperation room. And mind you, the words recuperation room are emboldened here. I honestly don't think that the recuperation room is one that is just simply for recuperation. I think it's a let's call it reconditioning type room. I'm just saying, I just get that vibe. Sure, we'll take you to the healing room. And Coco is massively intimidated right now? No, the recuperation room isn't just for simply recuperation. I got a bad feeling about this. So that happens. Then Webby Gather falls to the floor because her body modification surgery has also enabled her to connect to the server within Neo Heroes itself. And she knows that someone is trying to poke around and snoop in there. And before she can zero in on Child Emperor himself, Suryu whisks her away before her suspicions like center on her in one of the creepiest panels I've seen in a while. Her just staring at him like a porcelain doll, like I don't know, Annabelle, or what is it, Megan? The the movie Megan? Just staring at him with just like blank, lifeless eyes. But then Suryu picks her up and tries to take her to an infirmary until she says, like, no, this hot body temperature is my normal temperature, which is concerning because your body should not be heating up to the point where you burn people. But then again, she is completely, almost 71% modified, so I'm pretty sure she can take the heat. But luckily, he doesn't get found out. And so after all that, Metalback is speaking to, like, the gangster guy. After, being called out for being an idiot just because he wants to be a hero that makes his sister proud. Metalbat doesn't get irate. He just calmly walks over to the guy and says, like, I think you and me are alike. And this actually makes the dude, like, lean his head back, like, I'm nothing like you. Like, what are you talking about? I'm nothing like you. But he doesn't do it in an angry way. He just does it in a, like, I wasn't expecting him to walk up to me unintimidated. Then McCoy pretty much announces the last person who is in this room who has been chilling this whole time, and the whole reason why Neo Hero raises its flag. And it turns out that it's a person named Blue, who we've learned is the son of Blast. I have so many questions. But they'll have to wait until the next chapter. And then we just have two panels. One showing a fist, and another one showing a clawed hands holding a sword, and it's Blast beating up his former teammate, just continuing, which makes me hopeful that we get to continue this fight between Blast and Empty Void. But I have questions, though. Yeah, gave me a jump scare. Yep, Megan. The way Webby Gather's face was drawn in that panel was just like the blank stare. Like, now imagine me if I had shadows over my eyes. I don't know how well this is gonna work. Hold on, let me see. No, it won't be able to work because it won't be able to work this way. But she's just staring at him, and she's just smiling, and before she can reach her conclusion, Suryu jumps in to, keep the attention off of Child Emperor, so that's good. But now I'm just wondering, why is Blue, the son of Blast, why is he doing this? Is it because father isn't home? Because he's out there going and jumping through different dimensions or wherever in order to combat this god individual that he's been going after these black boxes for? There are so many questions and assumptions that I have for the purpose of why Neo Heroes exists. And part of me gets this vibe that Blue is doing this because he probably doesn't see his father as a true hero, because maybe his father doesn't interact with him. Because who would have thought that Blast would have family? You don't think about it because it doesn't get brought up, but it's never something that you have in mind. So now it's just filling my head with, okay, what is the reason that he's doing this? And how did he grow up being the son of the number one hero in the Heroes Association? Literally an incredibly powerful person who can teleport and can wield the power of literal black holes in space. Just that's a power. That gets me though. In the world of One Punch Man, you have people who have telekinetic abilities that surpass anything you could see in different types of media, and it's absurd. And then you just have people who are just casually able to use the abilities of wielding black holes and space-time teleportation and just innumerous levels of strength. And it's just like, yeah, I can do that. Just so casual. So I have so many questions as to why Blue is doing this. Because if we come back here, Neo Heroes started for the purpose of showing the world true heroes. Okay, what is true heroes? Because, mind you, true heroes is emboldened here as well. So, to Blue, I would like to know what he sees as a true hero. Because there's a lot of people at the Heroes Association who are heroes for the sake of being heroes, doing right and helping people. Some are in the Heroes Association as heroes for the popularity, for the prestige, for the money. But there are other people who are just genuinely there to be heroes. Some are there to be heroes and also to, continue getting stronger by fighting more and more dangerous creatures and what have you. There are different types of people there, but there are true heroes in the Heroes Association. So now I wonder what would prompt him to be a part of an organization for the goal of showing the world true heroes. I'm curious about what would lead him down this path. I can't wait. I can't wait. But hopefully, it gives a feeling like he wants to prove himself or he wants acknowledgement from Blast. I get that same feeling as well. Kind of like a Toya situation, only without the homicidal tendencies. So we'll have to see. It's interesting, but we'll have to see. I would definitely love to find out the driving reason as to why Neo Heroes exists. Now, my whole feeling about Neo Heroes, like taking other heroes, I'm not gonna say that I'm letting go of the idea that there's still something shady going on, because there definitely is. I mean, the whole Masureo and Coco situation where they're being led away by these two 94 and 95% people. I'm just going to call them 94 and 95. Being led away by 94 and 95. I still think that there's something going on here. And also, the fact that McCoy is there and he's going to use the information he has on the Heroes Association to blackmail and make the popularity of the Heroes Association go down even further with everything that he knows. But even with Blast's son Blue being at the top here, I truly want to know the whole purpose of the Neo Heroes, aside from, like, we want to show the world true heroes. Because ain't no way you're going to have someone like McCoy on your team and he doesn't try to pull the same nonsense he did at the Heroes Association. And I would like to know what true heroes means to Blue. Is it people who help people for the sake of helping them, not for the popularity, not for the fame and glory and prestige and anything that comes along with those accolades, but just helping people because it's right, not because it pays, not because it gives you stuff in return, but because it's the right thing to do. I wonder what his idea of true heroes actually is. So I'm very curious. I'm very curious about this. But we're just going to have to see in the next chapter. Well, possibly not the next chapter, because if we're cutting back to Blast punching Empty Void in the face again, I would like for us to continue that fight. Because while Flashy Flash and Sonic were having a hard time with Empty Void and they couldn't even touch him, Blast has hit him not once, but twice. And who knows how many times in between the chapters when we were focusing on the Neo Heroes and everyone else's stuff happening right now. So I would very much like to continue the fight in the next chapter. If not, then I would like to see more of Blue and his role in the Neo Heroes and where we're going from there. How long has it been since we've seen Saitama? Hey Q, I hope you are well. I just wanted to let you know that martial law has been put into effect in South Korea, which may affect some of your reactions. Really? As in, some people in South Korea won't be able to see my reactions? Or do... Oh, or do you mean me reacting to manhwa from Korea? Like the beginning after the end and Solo Leveling Ragnarok? I thought that got dropped. What's going on? Is martial law active in South Korea right now? Hold on, what is going on? Yee. It says that the martial law has been lifted. Yeah. Yeah, it says that it's been lifted. Yeah, it's been reversed. Yeah, there was martial law, but it's been lifted already. Yeah, it's been lifted. I had to look that up. Because if that impacted me being able to do reactions, that would have to be something I bring to everyone's attention. But it looks like the martial law itself has been lifted. And this is from 40 minutes ago from the New York Times and CNN. Wasn't sure because there are conflicting reports. I know. Some of them say like hours ago there's martial law, and then minutes ago it says it's been lifted. Yeah. Yoon declared martial law in an extraordinary late night address Tuesday, accusing the Democratic Party of sympathizing with North Korea and of anti-state activities. In an overnight showdown, lawmakers forced their way past soldiers into parliament and voted to strike down the decree. That's as far as I know. I'll keep looking into this just to make sure that you guys can that we all know what's happening and see if it affects manhwa being released for the United States that I react to, such as the beginning after the end, and solo leveling Ragnarok. So we'll just keep our eyes on that. We'll keep our eyes on that. You guys keep me informed. If you're on the Discord as well, then just continue to let me know, or just leave a comment somewhere and just let me know as well if anything changes outside of what I know. Yeah. But yeah, I can't wait to see where the story of One Punch Man goes with us being introduced to the son of the number one hero in the opposing hero association that his son is a part of. That's going to be an awkward family reunion. But yeah, I'm curious about that. But I think I said everything that I wanted to say about One Punch Man as a whole. I would definitely like to find out the names of 94 and 95. I know that's not the names of the two individuals that escorted Masureo and Koko away, but those are the names I'm giving them until their names are fully revealed. But yeah, overall, I did like this chapter, and I'm happy that we got Blast in at the end, just showing that the dude is strong. If he's dealing with Empty Void like it's nothing, when Speed of Sound Sonic and Flashy Flash had just a hard time. Just think how much has happened since the end of the Monster Association arc. So good. And here's the thing, because I took a shower before I did this session. I took a shower literally 3 minutes before it was supposed to be starting. And the thing that popped into my head is like, it's crazy how we originally started with like the regular timeline of One Punch Man. Then the events of Cosmic Fear Garo happened, where he basically killed everyone with extreme measures of space radiation. And then it was only Saitama who was left to defeat Cosmic Garo. And he fought him one-handed while holding on to the core of Genos after everyone basically died after all was said and done, which left Saitama having to literally learn how to jump back in time and go back to the point before Garo got all that power from God, and thus start a new timeline where everyone is still alive. So when you think about it, even though it may not mean all that much, we are living in an alternate timeline from the main one that we started on, where everyone is still alive. This is an alternate timeline for One Punch Man that we are pretty much just sitting in right now. Anyone ever think of that? Just because we went back in time, we pretty much changed how everything went. So now we're living in a brand new future. So that's just something that was in my head while I was in the shower. I was thinking like, wow, we are now living in an alternate timeline where everyone is still alive and Cosmic Garo didn't kill everyone. We went back before then, and now we've branched off of the timeline, and now we're operating in a new one. So, it just had me thinking for a while. but so much has happened since the end of the Monster Association arc. Wow, never thought of it that way. I know, I be thinking of this stuff all the time. It's just like, yes, Saitama literally went back in time, and he still has the original Genesis core. These are all this is a new timeline we're operating in right now. Because since Saitama went back in time, everything has changed now. And since Genos learned of it, now he knows everything that went down. So yeah, we are living in a brand new timeline of One Punch Man that we've been seeing everything happen ever since the end of the Monsters Association. But that arc was fantastic. Can I just say that before I leave? That arc was fantastic. And I want to say that every single chapter we got after that has been great or just filled with very important character development. And exposition that doesn't feel like it's just a massive info dump every single panel. I want to say the pacing. Can I talk about the pacing of One Punch Man? It don't feel like it drags. Here comes the One Punch Man multiverse theories. Look, I'm just saying, we went back in time, and now we've branched off into a future where everyone is still alive versus the previous one where everyone basically died from cosmic radiation. I don't think it's a theory. We are just living in a new timeline where everyone's still alive. But that's just me. But I have to say, I really enjoy the pacing of One Punch Man. It doesn't feel like things are dragging on for too long. And given how much time I put into reading the volumes and reading all the chapters up until this point, I don't feel like anything is dragging unnecessarily. And I really I don't feel like no arc has dragged longer than it needed to. And it feels good because as an avid reader of One Piece, I'm a titanic One Piece fan. I know when things drag on for too long. I still remember how long it took for us to get through even Dressrosa. Dressrosa was long. The fight between Raizo and Fukuro Kuju was excessively long. Excessively long. So I know when things don't pace well. Yet for One Punch Man, everything just flows nicely. It flows so well, just like Ogata-san said. It flows so well, which makes every chapter just feel fine to read. You don't feel like you gotta blaze through it too quickly. You don't feel like it's just dragging on for too long. It just feels comfortable at the pace it's going. And I'm glad that One and Murata have just been keeping that same pace for all of these years, because this is a good way to read a manga. This is a very good way to read a manga. But hey, I'm just giving props to where props are due, because this is a fantastic series and I love it. And hopefully we'll get a game. A One Punch Man game. A real game. Not One Punch Man, a game that no one plays. I mean, a hero that no one knows. Hopefully one day we'll get something good. But I don't know. I'm not going to hold my breath. Overall, I did enjoy this chapter, but it's leaving me with a ton of questions. And who knows if we're going to get another chapter this month, or if we're going to get one next year, because this is the last month of 2024. So we'll have to see. But before I go, and before you guys dip out, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for just watching me. Even if you're here for one specific thing that I do on this channel, I just want to say thank you. You guys don't owe me anything. You don't owe me your viewership, super chats, or anything that support the channel in any way, but I just want to say how grateful I am to be able to do what I do, and that you guys watch what I do. Thank you. It really means the world to me, and you just help this channel be a better place for literally everyone across the globe just by being here. So I just want to say that I appreciate you. But I'm done for today. All I can say to you is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples.